Alright. Hello, this is Olive from Olive, aka Olivia the Lupus girl. What you're about to hear is kind of a tearjerker, but it's the reality of what I have been going through every day these past 11 years. This is the story on how I was diagnosed with lupus and how I'm overcoming it today. This is a special Vlogmas. It all began on September 2006 when I started my first week of the 8th grade. I already felt really sick at the time, as I've never been sick in my entire life. I've been coughing really bad, and there were moments I was coughing up blood. The whole month of September 2006, I still attended school, but with a bad cough. I was taking medicine for it, but the cough never really got better. A week later, things really went downhill. One of my legs started to swell up, and I started to experience bad leg pain. I had a hard time walking, and I remember being hot and unpleasant. So, around October 6th, I checked in at the hospital, and the doctors performed a minor surgery on my leg, but it didn't really prove anything. The next morning, they transferred me to the Children's Memorial Hospital, where they did even more tests on me. So, after a week of tests and eating some nasty food, my family and I got the diagnosis of SLE, systemic lupus erythematosus, or commonly known as lupus, along with a blood clot in the upper right leg. The blood clot lasted a year and a half. At first, I was scared, as I didn't really know what it was, until I found out a family member had lupus. So, I am guessing it is genetic, which in a way it is. While hospitalized, I received a big envelope full of one of her cards from the whole entire 8th grade. I admit, it almost got me to tears, because a couple of these kids bullied me, but I guess those bullies were being nice and made cards anyway. So now, throughout these last 11 years, I went from being a healthy 13-year-old kid to now a 25-year-old mess with all kinds of disabilities. From those of you who don't know what lupus is, let me explain. Lupus is an autoimmune disease that mainly affects women and people of color. Lupus can also affect men, but it's actually not common. Autoimmune disease pretty much produces too many white blood cells, which makes the body fight off diseases harder than normal, like the flu. Lupus can affect all of the vital organs and even the skin. Most lupus patients get what is called a butterfly rash on their face, and the rash pretty much is the shape of an actual butterfly. Many lupus patients take a lot of meds and sometimes what we call medical creams just to help with a rash. I am lucky I'm only on 5 meds. I'm on 2 antidepressants, anxiety meds, a blood thinner which I'll explain, and a medicine called Placramil, which is pretty much a muscle relaxer. I take blood thinners because lupus affects me mainly in my blood, and because I get blood clots, and in order to prevent them, I have to be on those meds. So people now know what lupus is. I want to tell you it is quite a challenge these past 11 years. From the dreadful diagnosis to now what goals I would like to set up for my channel. My goal for this channel is to spread awareness about lupus and why we are needing to find a cure for it. I am grateful to be alive today, whereas not so many lupus patients are lucky as you can die from this disease, like all diseases. Although there is more research and possibly new meds coming to the market, there is no cure yet. I am thankful for not only being alive, but for the support of family and friends that are with me throughout this journey. The most important thing I'm thankful for is my emotional support animal, Misa. She saved my life for these past few years since I had her. She is the reason I'm alive today and the reason I started this channel. And stopped me from taking my own life because the disease has caused me so much hell. It's one of those biggest bullies I faced, and it has caused me to lose many friendships. I admit I have been bullied by many people in real life and on the internet because how I look and because of my disabilities. And people don't understand why I act this way. 2 years after I received the diagnosis, Make-A-Wish granted me a wish by sending me awesome shopping spree for me and my entire family. And I am grateful for that. I learned that just because I have a chronic illness that caused me to have many challenges doesn't mean that it won't stop me from doing the things I love. I learned that now I have lupus, I can be more compassionate and possibly help someone who has the same struggles as me. I learned more about lupus than if I was someone that doesn't have or even know what the disease is. Most of all, I learned to live life to the fullest during these precious hours I have left on this earth. Even my last day is tomorrow. So ladies and gentlemen, let's all fight together to find a cure for lupus.